Counter-Strike has been the top FPS game for years now, and with such a dedicated competitive community, a big part of all Counter-Strike was lost. I'm talking about community servers. They're still there, but they're just not the same as they used to be. You see, back in the older versions of Counter-Strike, everyone used to play the game through community-made servers. There was no matchmaking system. With the release of Counter-Strike Global Offensive, we got official Valve servers made for matchmaking. While this certainly wasn't a bad change, it most definitely put community servers in a weird spot. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that certain unique game modes were forgotten. So in this video, I'll go over some of the forgotten game modes in Counter-Strike. But first, only a small percentage of you guys are actually subscribed. So if you like the content, make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on future videos. Thank you. Trix is a movement-based co-op puzzle game mode. The idea of the game mode is to complete levels in pairs with a combination of surfing, bunny hopping, and KZ. But in Trix, some new elements are also introduced. I already explained what flash boosting is in this video, but basically all you need to do is throw a flashbang at your partner's feet while they're mid-air. And if you pull it off right, they'll receive an insane boost, which also scales with their speed. The second element is called jump boosting. This move is straightforward and is usually a replacement for a flash boost in levels where you are not allowed to throw flashes. This trick involves a player on your head, and when the player on top jumps, then you have to jump as well. This also is possible in regular matchmaking, and it's used in several game-breaking boosts. However, in this game mode, the boost you get from a jump boost is way bigger. Run boosting is the third element and is something most of you are familiar with. This move can sometimes be difficult, especially when you're required to run boost for a long time. Trix started off in Counter-Strike Source, and it's still the preferred version to use for this game mode. However, there is one server that exists in CSGO, and I gotta say, it's a very fun and unique game mode. Even though at times, the maps seemed repetitive and weird. Map creators, I don't care your opinion about map. Don't like it, don't play.
Oh.
Wow. Damn. Look at this. Oh. Oh my god, behind you. Bro. Yo. Oh my god, you legend.
Fucking idiots!
Slide is a game mode that I have never heard of before I was doing research for this video. Actually, how I found out about this game mode was through a relatively unknown YouTube commenter who mentioned it under one of 3Clicks videos. From the limited footage that I found, I came to the conclusion that Slide is basically Subway Surfers, but in Counter-Strike. How it works is pretty simple. You're consistently being pushed forward, and your main objective is to dodge all the obstacles and set the best time on the map. It is similar to bhop, but the only difference is that you can go back and you can also die. The maps didn't seem that crazy. In fact, some of them looked even unfinished at times. Surprisingly, a few servers still exist on every CS version, although they're absolutely empty. Also, the only footage I could find of it being played in CSGO was by this guy named Mallman. Rocket Jump is also a movement-based game mode. If you're familiar with TF2, you might already know what this game mode is all about. In Team Fortress 2, one of the 7 classes is named Soldier, and he can do a trick with his rocket launcher called the Rocket Jump. According to an official TF2 wiki, a rocket jump is any jump assisted by the explosive knockback of the soldier's own rockets. So imagine this, but in CSGO. Now, obviously we don't have anything close to a rocket launcher in CS, so how do you pull this off? Well, the developers over at House of Climb, at the time the biggest KZ community, made the Nova shoot explosive bullets that propel you into the air. The maps usually consisted of high areas where it was not possible to get to with just bhopping. I think this might be the only game mode on this list that started off in CSGO and died in CSGO as well. Although I'm not surprised given how weird and wonky the rocket jump mechanic might seem for a new player. Judging by the name of this game mode, you probably already know what it's all about. Soccer Jam is the closest thing we ever had to a functioning football game. But it's not just a recreation of football. Soccer Jam also has a few unique mechanics. Like for example, if you press G, you'll get a slight movement speed boost. By jumping, you also launch yourself a bit forward. You can also curve the ball by pressing either Z or X before shooting. There are more advanced mechanics you can pull off, especially with movement, but I won't go into the details of how everything works. I guess you will just have to learn it yourself if you're interested. There is also a leveling system where you can increase your stats like stamina, strength, agility, dexterity, and disarming level. And you might be wondering, what do you need strength for? Well, to intercept the ball, just like in real football, you use a knife. There's also a feature called power play. Power play is gained when you pass to 3 or more people. And when that happens, the ball will gain more strength and speed. While Soccer Jam was pretty well made and had some unique game mechanics, it also eventually died after CSGO was released. Just to put it in perspective, the last CSGO football dedicated YouTube video was released 4 years ago. And even then, the people in the video were playing on a different version of Soccer Jam. Warcraft is a game mode I used to play a lot back in the 1.6 days. It's essentially a class-based game mode. The more kills you get, the more XP you'll receive to level up different abilities. I will not go into the details of every class as there's so many, and it seems that some of them have been changed in CSGO. The original version that I played was pretty balanced, fun and unique. But when I booted up to play the CSGO version of Warcraft, it seemed super unfair and just over-exaggerated. Back in the days, most of these Warcraft servers were hosted in deathmatch mode. But I guess that all changed after matchmaking became so popular in CSGO. And in my opinion, I don't think that works at all. Especially when there's a guy flying all across the map with like 500 health, just spraying everyone down with an AK. I don't know, maybe I joined the wrong servers, but Warcraft doesn't seem close to what it was before. Also, compared to the original 1.6 servers, the UI is very dogshit and clunky. Overall, my experience on the current version of Warcraft was absolutely horrible. I decided to combine two game modes for this part as they're very similar. Combat bhop and Combat Surf. Both game modes have an incredibly high skill ceiling as you need to control your movement while aiming at the same time. And while you're going at like 2000 units per second, that is extremely hard to do. Obviously, in Combat Surf, the game settings are a bit tweaked, so you could be accurate while mid-air. If I'm not mistaken, back in the day, Combat Surf used to be the more popular surf game mode out of the two. I remember playing on Surf Gun XP servers, Surf Public servers, Surf Deathmatch servers in 1.6, and it was a hell of a time. However, it seems that Combat Surf was overshadowed by the other surf game mode, thanks to big YouTubers like Leafy and Raccoon Eggs. It honestly sucks to see how this game mode became irrelevant so fast, but I guess it was coming, since the amount of skill it takes to be someone decent is insane. HNS, shorter for hide and seek, is another movement-based game mode, where the CTs are the seekers and the Ts are the hiders. I know it's called hide and seek, but basically there's no hiding, and it's all just running and chasing. The only way seekers can win is if all the hiders have been caught. If they don't manage to do that in time, or every seeker somehow dies, the round ends and the teams will remain the same. If the seekers manage to catch the hiders, the sides will change. There aren't many changes made to this game mode, apart from the air acceleration and a few modified grenades. The maps usually consist of surfs, ladders, and hard jumps. HNS is really hard to get into, especially with the amount of skill it takes to pull off certain routes and jumps. Hide and seek used to be pretty popular back in the 1.6 days. However, over the years, due to how not noob-friendly the game mode is, it seems that the only crazy sweaty ADG tryhards who only care about their long jump stats have stayed. I only played on one server while gathering footage for this video, and let me just tell you, it was horrible.
Do you know how to LG it? You can't LG, man, I'm sorry. You can't stray.
He thinks LGing is like the coolest thing in the world.
Literally everyone in HNS.
Yeah.
That's what you do when you're not getting chased.
What the fuck?
Who is each other? Jesus Christ.
Use this under the map.
Bro, I'm sleeping.
I'm
Yeah.
biggest HNS YouTuber.
You quite literally are.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, I think you might be actually.
Yes. I'm not a HNS YouTuber.
How many followers?
300,000!
Okay,
CT, bro.
it's that fucking...
What?
Why you say that?
I guess this is the most racist community ever. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
I told you.
Because
Fuck
it is,
no.
you know?
the fuck cares about H&M? Oh my god!